Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah.
One of the smartest investments anyone over 30 can make for their weight loss journey is to hire a personal trainer, but there are ways that very fitness trainer might be responsible to your lack of success. The fact is that personal trainers may be guilty of giving bad advice to their clients and be misinformed about the science behind weight loss. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Workout Nerd Out. For you first-timers, I'm Julio Lopez, a certified strength and conditioning specialist with over 11 years of experience as a personal trainer, specializing in helping busy men and women lose weight, build strength, and feel better about their bodies. And I also have my master's degree in nutrition. As much as I wish I could say that I've never made any mistakes with my clients, that'd be a lie. You probably made some mistakes of your own at work or with your own kids, but that doesn't mean that you're a bad parent or an employee. This is why, with additional research and learning lessons through training experience, just like you did during your work and your parenting experience, I can avoid making the same mistakes and offer a much better service to current and future clients. Some of the most common errors personal trainers make that halt weight loss progress include using one-size-fits-all routines for all their clients, making workouts too intense, and placing too much importance on the weight scale. What makes the workout routine that your personal trainer has given you so impactful on your weight loss progress? After age 30, the weight loss process starts to get much more complex for men and women, especially when they're getting older. A lot of this has to do with workout experience and skill level, lifestyles, and limitations between individuals becoming more varied after turning 30. Therefore, giving the exact same workout routines to all individuals doesn't help. Most of the time, this mistake is made by personal trainers who've taken in too many clients, which leads them to start cutting corners by eliminating the individualization of their training programs. Best advice is to ask questions to your trainer about why they're having you do certain exercises and ensuring that they match your specific goals. So if you're wanting bigger biceps, there's no reason for you to be training glutes all the time. If you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or like nothing is working anymore, you're not alone. That's exactly why I created my free 5-day sustainable weight loss email course. Each day, you'll get one simple lesson to help you build strength, improve your nutrition, and stop starting over again and again and again. You can sign up by going to this link. If you and your spouse want to lose weight, can your workouts and diets be exactly the same? Yes and no. While the basics such as resistance and cardio training and eating abundant produce and scaling back on the high-fat, high-calorie foods can be relatively similar between the two, this doesn't mean that every single thing is going to be exactly the same. Men and women have a different set of strengths and weaknesses and demands, and I'm sure most wives aren't likely to want to build up their pecs and biceps the same way their husbands do. One of the dumbest mistakes personal trainers make is assuming that all their clients' nutritional needs are exactly the same. A woman going through perimenopause and menopause has to be much more disciplined about her alcohol consumption, since it's known to be linked to exacerbate mood swings and may even disrupt sleep. Also, trainers that are all in on beef tallow over seed oils fail to comprehend that excess saturated fat may increase the risk of heart disease. Meanwhile, unsaturated fats, like seed oils, have been proven to help increase good cholesterol, thereby reducing the risk of heart disease. How is workout intensity causing failed weight loss journeys? While most of you would be correct in saying minimal training intensity is the reason, it's also important to know that training too hard can be just as detrimental. Personal trainers forcing their clients to work out so hard that they're throwing up and collapsing are making huge mistakes. Feeling sore after a tough workout is common, but when it goes beyond that state and it's even making you feel sick after every single workout, this is going to deter people from wanting to go to the gym over time. And when that motivation dwindles, so do their chances of weight loss success. When your personal trainer is constantly making you feel incredibly sore after every workout, this might be what's stopping you from losing weight. Although there's nothing wrong with the occasional hard workout, but when every single workout is doing this, there's an added risk of injury. Overreaching and overtraining can negatively disrupt sleep quality and the muscle's recovery process. When the muscles haven't fully recovered, especially after tough training sessions, this is where muscle strains and tears and joint sprains become more likely. And if you're having to nurse your injuries, that's going to keep you away from the gym, therefore less likely to lose weight. When your personal trainer is making your workouts too intense, its effects on your sleep habits might be behind your lack of weight loss progress. Because of TV shows like The Biggest Loser, even personal trainers fall victim to the false notion that it's only through super duper hard workouts that their clients are going to be able to lose weight. One of the first stages of overtraining syndrome is poor sleep quality and overall fatigue. Not only is this going to make performance of future workouts take a hit, but also increase the injury risk. And outside the gym, even hurt a person's performance at work. Do you know why it's a mistake for personal trainers to put the scale on such a high pedestal, especially for their weight loss clients? When big dips and jumps occur on the weight scale, this is usually related to water weight instead of fat. When starting a fat loss program, it's normal to see a sizable drop in weight after the first or second week. Then weight loss starts flattening out over time. It takes time for fat loss to occur. Remember, a pound of fat is about 3,500 calories. So if you think that you can burn a pound of fat just by running on the treadmill, that's going to require you to run about 30 to 40 miles. Instead, you want to make subtle reductions in your caloric intake by substituting and replacing the high calorie items that you consume and adding resistance training and cardio training to increase the amount of calories that your body burns each day. It's a huge mistake for personal trainers to force the weight scale on their clients, especially if they're just trying to drop a couple pounds. The weight loss process is already stressful enough for anyone, especially in their 30s and 40s. So adding another stressor upon these individuals increases the risk of making them feel like they have failed if they're not seeing rapid results on the weight scale. Instead, stop worrying about the scale and start putting more attention on how you're feeling and how your clothes are fitting. And if you don't feel a difference after 4 to 8 weeks, then it might be time for a change. When a personal trainer puts too much pressure on the scale for their clients, they run the risk of getting the clients to adopting or reinforcing unhealthy habits. The number on the scale is just one data point during the weight loss journey, but it's not the only one that you should be looking at. You can easily get lower numbers on the scale by restricting food and water intake, but this has nothing to do with potential fat loss. Yet, this can put your health at risk, especially when done over the course of days and weeks. In conclusion, losing weight can potentially reduce your risk of chronic illness, particularly heart disease, and even reduce joint pain. But being guided by a personal trainer who uses one-size-fits-all workouts makes workouts far too intense for you and puts too much importance on the weight scale, your chances of success can be greatly reduced. A personal trainer is supposed to be an expert when it comes to exercise and know how to optimize weight loss success for their clientele, as well as having a basic understanding of nutrition. But this doesn't mean that all trainers have these skills. If you find that your personal trainer is making the aforementioned errors, it might be in your best interest to look for a new trainer. So that does it for today's Workout Nerd Out. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you know anyone who can benefit from this information, please share it with them. Until next time, I'll see you on the next Workout Nerd Out.